It is a Wednesday morning. It is snowing in October in Colorado, and I'm really unhappy about it. But one thing I am happy about is we are about to have our very first Soona Summit this weekend, where we're going to bring together all of our employees from our Minneapolis and our Denver locations, bring them together and share resources and get to know each other and talk about best practices and set some core values and set some standards for how we want to grow our business in the future. And one of the things that gets me so excited about this is I get a chance to see the similarities and the overlaps between the people in our company, even between our two cities and states that exist simply because of how Haley and I approach hiring and how we approach recruiting the best possible creatives and retaining the best possible creatives in our business. And so I thought today would be a really awesome opportunity to talk about my 3 tips for hiring dynamic, powerful creatives and my 3 tips for getting hired if you are a creative. So let's do it. Okay, perhaps my number 1 tip and my most obvious tip for how to hire great creatives is to avoid ego at all costs. So there are many, many creatives out there in the world who feel like they are a one-man band of creativity. And truly, what I look for more than anything else in a creative person is their ability to speak to working on a team, their ability to speak to how they collaborated with other people, and their ability to speak to how they worked with other folks to solve creative problems. If they cannot talk about their role on a team and how teams solve problems together, they are not going to be a good fit for your company. You want people who enjoy collaborating with other people. And so look for that first and foremost. Second, I don't care about resumes at all. I actually want someone who can tell a great story in their cover letter. So a cover letter is one of those oft-forgotten arts. Most people don't even bother writing them anymore. Actually, it's quite incredible to me how few applicants actually sit down and take the time to write a dynamic cover letter. So look for those applicants that spend a minute to tell you a story about who they are, about how they discovered your business, about what they've noticed about your business. The ability to speak to the story of what you're doing is key. So I always look out for dynamic, amazing cover letters that tell a great story. Third, and this is a non-negotiable for me, they must have a positive outlook on the industry. So sometimes you'll meet with folks and they will immediately say, well, back when I used to do this, it was better. Back when I worked on this project, it was better. Having a positive outlook on our industry is part of our core values. It's part of our DNA. Changing the industry and trying to make it better so that it can better support everyone is so fundamental to how we approach our business. So when you're looking for a creative, you want to look for somebody who has a positive outlook on the industry so that they can create things that are future forward looking, that they're open to new ideas, that they have a willingness of spirit to really embrace new trends and embrace new ideas and not get stuck in the same safe spaces that they've been for so long. So look for those folks who say, I'm excited about this future trend. I'm excited about this new technology. I'm excited about this innovation. Those people are going to be the kind of people who really are looking ahead for you and your brand. Okay, you are a creative and you want to get hired. Maybe you want to work at Soona someday. Maybe you want to have an opportunity to recruit someone else to work with you, or you want to collaborate with someone else on their project. So how can you get them to believe in you and hire you? So here's my 3 tips for you. 1, make sure you reflect on and have great stories about how you have worked with teams of creative people to make success happen. Like I said before, you want to be able to talk about very articulately, this was my role, here's how I contributed, here's all the ways that the team worked together in order to find success, and here's the learnings we had together to find that success. 2, have a resume. Resumes are important, but you want to make sure you have an incredibly dynamic and incredibly storytelling driven cover letter. A cover letter that communicates a clear message is going to stand out from the crowd every single time. And third and finally, oh my God, the number of people who do not have a diverse portfolio. You need to create a reel or a portfolio that has a diversity of concepts, a diversity of ideas, and a really broad range of experimentation and really trying to find new styles for yourself. Most hiring folks like myself are not looking for perfection. We're not looking for the perfect project and perfect style executed 100 times over. We're looking for a flexibility of attitude. We're looking for an open-mindedness of ideas. And more than anything else, I'm really looking for the willingness to experiment and try new things. If you cannot experiment and try new things, even if they fail, I would rather see one of your failures that you've put the kibosh on than see 20 of the same thing that look exactly the same. So if you're hiring a creative, if you are a creative and you want to get hired, use these tips to find really dynamic teams. I know that we have been so fortunate at Soona and at my first company, My Dear, to find amazing people using these methods, and I hope that they will help you as well. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and I will see you next week.